Welcome everyone in this live development video about building an auto battle game. In this video we're going to start doing some fancy stuff. So it's not going to be the ability system. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for that, but we're not quite ready yet. So we'll be doing some kind of attack replication placeholder system. So we're gonna make it so our units actually attack each other once they arrive in melee. Oh, they're not orienting towards their movements, so we need to be fixing this. So we're making it so they attack each other and they lose some health and they die, and when they die when all units have died of one player, the other player is declared winner and stuff like that. So we're just gonna remove this for now, and in the character movement we want to say that it's gonna orient to its movement. Maybe it's in the capsule, I don't quite remember. No, I think that's in the character movement. We want them to orient towards their movement, and we hope they're not going to be rotated downwards once again. No, they're not. So yep, they're going to be oriented towards their movement, so we're pretty happy about this. So this is fine, and I want to talk a bit about how I wanted to implement this, because it's kind of a funny way to do it. Instead of multicasting, instead of sending information over the network about the fact that we want to to cast our basic attack ability, which is gonna happen all the time. They're gonna trigger their basic attack all the time here. Since it's going to happen so much, we might be trying to find a better way to broadcast this over the network. And one of the way I found was to use the velocity of the actor, which is actually calculated everywhere. And let me explain that a bit. The only moments when the units are static are at the beginning of the round or when they attack. So at that moment their velocity is equal to 0, then they're moving, so their velocity is not equal to 0, then they're stopping. When they're stopping, it means they're going to attack. So maybe we can do something related based on the velocity. When we are at velocity 0, maybe we can automatically trigger the auto attack of the unit, and that's what we want to try here instead of multicasting. So we'll just do something like in event tick of our combat unit, we're going to try to check if we are moving. So in the rotation, rotate towards movements. So we're going to build a new function. Check if attacking, and we're going to add that to our event tick. And we are actually going to do something else, which is in our units. When we go static, we're going to enable our tick. Set actor tick enabled. Yes, and we're going to disable it when we actually we're going to do it in the end. When we actually pull the unit, we're going to disable its tick. So in tick, we're going to check if we are attacking, get velocity. If the vector length is greater than 0, it means we're moving. And what do we want to do here? I guess we want to do some kind of start attack loop like this. So we don't want rotate, we don't want on this, we want check if attacking, start attack loop. And maybe start attack loop, we're gonna have a new variable called attacking, and if we are not attacking, we're going to check our state. Is our state different from static, which is the beginning of the game? And we don't know, actually we want to switch on this. On the client, the unit is staying in the static state all the time. So I guess that's gonna be an issue. Oh no, actually not. Oh yeah, actually yeah. It's staying static all the time because we are or is it? So this is being called everywhere. But when are we? So dead is being called everywhere. Then the unit is being sent to static. And then what? The AI takes care of the rest. We're setting the targets. We are setting the targets in the AI, but we are actually never setting the states anywhere. Dead, we're set to static. Yeah, we are setting it to looking for targets, which means we are actually firing. Somehow we are necessarily calling that event, so just let me double check real quick. Launch unit AI. So only the server is doing this. Or is it? Yeah, await unit ready. Only the server. No, this is being called by everyone, but only the server has that in reference. As this I meant. Oh, no, everyone is storing all these information, but only the server can do that check. So we'll put this here because only the server has the proper references to the new combat data here. So only the server is able to launch unit AI. So on the client they are always going to be static, our units. So we want to see, we want to do some kind of cheat code. As moved once like this. As never moved. I'm not sure how we can do this. Start closed. The first time we move, we want to open up the gate. So if first thing was an error, it shouldn't be on the top. That's what was confusing. So if we are moving, the first time we move, we open up the gate. And we want to stop attack loop. When we start moving. So are we attacking? We don't want to check unit states. We don't want to be doing this. So are we attacking? not, then now we are attacking, and the other way around here for the stop. We want to play any montage. Do we have the any montage in our data row? I'm really not sure. Attack montage, yeah, we do. And we want to stop it when we stop the attack loop. Like this. Check if attacking. First time, so the unit is not moving, its velocity is 0 and the gate is closed. Yeah, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing this. We'll see how it behaves. I think we can be doing this. Using the gate like this and the do once in a function, it's not gonna work. So yeah, it's playing it only once. I don't know what is that value. I guess it's the amount of time it's gonna last. So we're just gonna create an event real quick. We're gonna collapse this to a function called attack, trigger attack. Oh, we already have this in our event graph, I believe. We want to be deleting this and the multicast as well. Create event in our new function. We want trigger attack here, and we want to be selecting it here. Trigger attack, we want to hit compile. We want to promote that to a variable, which is going to be attack timer. So all of this is temporary, but it's going to help us do a lot of things afterwards. And when we stop the attack loop, we want to clear and invalidate that event. That timer. So it's triggering all the time. But as you saw, it was triggering during the beginning of the combat phase. And we don't want that at all. But it wasn't on the clients. And we also have to take care about the collision of our units. So I'm not sure why it's triggering on server and not on clients at the beginning of the phase, but I guess that's because their tick is not re-enabled at the same time. Okay, I think that's the issue here. When we remove unit from the pool, when we use them, we actually re-enable their tick, and the tick of the combat unit is reactivated before being teleported on the server and not on the client, which triggers that logic, the do once. Maybe we can try something by getting the unit state and checking if it's not pooled. No, it doesn't work. If we are asking if they're not static, it's never going to happen on the clients, but it's going to work on the server. They're static, they're not triggering their animation. And in here they are triggering because they are looking for target, but the client doesn't know about this. And I don't think we want the client to know about this. So yeah, the first time, okay, we can do something like the first time the unit is moving. That's actually what we are already doing. I think we can cheat somehow doing what are we doing here only with if we have the authority, and in here we're doing nothing. So that logic is not temporary regarding the detection of the attack, but the rest is going to be temporary. The how we trigger the attack, etc. The important point here is what we're trying to do right now: trigger the animation without broadcasting, without using any multicast or replicated stuff. So that's the important thing. Well, actually we're using the built-in movement replication, but it's really efficient if we can make it up with it. So if we are not the server and we moved once, it means the unit is actually fighting, for instance. We don't want this. The unit is actually fighting, so the client is gonna know the unit is fighting. And if we stop moving on the client, we're gonna check how we actually fighting. If so, we're gonna start the attack loop. For not fighting, we're not going to do anything, and we can only be fighting if we moved once. So if we start moving on the server, we're gonna stop the attack loop anyway. And in here on the server, I think it's not going to do anything what we've done. It's gonna work on client, but we're still gonna have the fact that units attack at the beginning of the round on the server. Yes. But the rest of the logic is working here. And I think if we are the server, we only want to start attack loop if we are not static. Oh, not equal, static. So they're not attacking, and now they are attacking. So we're pretty happy about this. Because this is one of the main place where we gain a lot of traffic bandwidth. We gain a lot of performance multiplayer wise by doing this way. And we're gonna multicast units. We're probably gonna multicast unit abilities because they don't trigger it as much. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.